Oh, why, hello. It is your boy, me, with a very disheveled
The Prince. Prince and Me podcast.
Prince and me number
Four.
what's wait, uno, dos, tres,
This,
cuatro?
yeah.
Cuatro, number cuatro. And we're here.
So white.
Yeah. And today's topic is going to be us fantasy booking the Elimination Chamber.
And I'm going to be better than him because
He's got 7 matches on the fucking card.
that's not a lot of matches at all.
I have fucking, 4 or 5?
You have 6. It's
No. Do I have 6?
It's not much of a difference. And one of my matches lasts like 3 fucking minutes.
Well, I mean, one of mine's going to last 3 minutes too.
And you have 3 Elimination Chamber matches.
It's called fantasy booking for a reason, okay? It's semi-realistic, but it doesn't need to adhere to realism. Come on. And it's worth it. It's worth it. But
Your main event is shit for the Elimination Chamber.
My main event
doesn't belong on Elimination Chamber.
But we will get to that when we get to that.
So, Patrick Clark
went on to the Chris Van Vliet podcast.
Shout out Insight with Chris Van
No,
Vliet.
honestly, I'll shout out because that man actually held on to that interview very professionally. It was really good. Now, this is really up for debate because we both listened to it. And my takeaway, I don't know what your takeaway was. My takeaway was, I don't know, I kind of believe him.
Same.
I kind of believe him.
Fight me.
Where it's like, this man came onto a podcast, into a full-on interview, one-on-one, knowing the entire world was going to see it. Brought receipts.
Anything.
Huh?
He said, ask me anything.
Ask him anything. And he was an open fucking book. And honestly, God, at first I was like, why did it take 3 years for you to do this? But then I realized he said common sense. I thought common sense would reign true, but common sense is not all that common.
It's not. And
to be fair, maybe just jump to conclusions. It's just when you hear allegations like that.
Everyone jumps to fucking conclusions.
And
it's fucking annoying.
And even I fell into that trap of hearing allegations and just assuming that they're true because I'm afraid of them not being.
See, that's why I don't fucking listen to shit like that, because it's fucking.
It is quite garbage to do that to someone when there's literally only one person, one not no name, but like you have that gut reaction of wanting to believe a victim.
Man a no name?
No,
crazy.
The person saying these allegations.
I know who that is. So
you know who that is?
If you're thinking of the right person, he said he was trying to become a professional wrestler, and I recognize that name.
That's fucked up.
Josh Fuller.
Don't know that.
The one from Deadlock Pro Wrestling.
Is that it? What's not, brother? Okay, you know the indie scene more than I do, and to say, my main point was because when you see a potential victim, you want to believe him because you have some sympathy for him.
I don't have sympathy for anybody. Everybody cries victim in 2024, and they have been for like 5 years. It's fucking annoying. Like, I don't fucking know.
I guess, again, my gut reaction is someone coming out with this story and then immediately everyone's just like, no. But at the same time, in this country, it is innocent until proven guilty, and that kind of should how it should be.
And wasn't he proven innocent, if I'm not mistaken, a while ago?
I honestly, God, he was probably
no evidence was found.
He was probably proven innocent when Triple H said they found no evidence when they did a full-on investigation.
And you know WWE is on top of that shit because they're a public company. And if they were to not get on top of that shit, they would have ate shit in the media.
Right.
So, especially when that's when Vince was in charge. And you know Vince will do anything to hide, to get out of shit situations. Somewhat. Because Vince, puts himself into a lot of them.
Right. And, I mean, honestly, it's not like I outwardly said anything, even online, about this. It was more so in my own conscience of, well, that shit, he may be a piece of shit, and now he's not going to be able to wrestle. What the fuck? that's my only defense is I didn't really outwardly say anything against him. It was more so kind of a disheartening of, I feel like you did this and it led to this, so I'm pissed off at you for ruining the momentum you had. When in all reality, he didn't even get released for the allegations. He got released
for cocaine, right?
Cocaine, yeah, because people made up a story, which was
he did cocaine in front of a cop.
That's the made up story that he did cocaine in front of the cop. And in all reality, he was just going into his wallet, and then the cocaine fell out, and it was like, well, shit. So, I guess the lesson to really get out of this, and a lesson to myself, just intrinsically,
be careful who you fucking talk to.
Be careful who you talk to, and do your fucking research. Do your research, because this man got completely shit on and outcasted from wrestling society over one allegation because a man was butthurt that Velveteen Dream did not want to continue to support him because the man decided to neglect Velveteen Dream's actual advice, which was make sure you get checked out by an actual doctor. And he just didn't. So Velveteen Dream was like, I can't support you anymore. So yeah, no. It's really up in the air. I mean, in the podcast, he said it's up in the air. Like, if a booker went to come out to him and say, hey, I want to book you, he'd say yes, he said. But he seems pretty content with the life that he's living right now on a farm. So it's really...
his dog, forget his name. What's his dog? Which
was very actually wholesome. Very wholesome. That, like, the way he talked about his dog was very wholesome in it, where it's like, he completes my life. It's nice.
I love my dogs. That's how I am with my dogs.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I mean... Again, it's a real testament to Chris Van Vliet. It's a real testament to Chris Van Vliet and his actual ability.
Chris Van Vliet is a professional. And in my opinion, he is probably the best wrestling interviewer right now.
Mm-hmm. Because he actually does his fucking research, and he actually does. Also,
and he knows what he's talking about.
Also, it was the story of, like, what was it, EC3 claiming that Patrick fucking recorded people in a bathroom, when in all reality, he was supposedly on cocaine and maybe just saw Velveteen Dream's camera in the bathroom itself. Like, his phone just turned upside down. So, it sucks that when someone starts to be on their downfall, a lot of other people will try to make themselves look good by jumping on top of that fucking pile. So that sucks. But, hey, buddy, MJF.
What about him?
I've heard speculation. I've heard.
You need to go listen to Dirt Sheets again.
No, I've heard. No, not even worse than that. Comments on YouTube videos. So really,
that's speculation because of fucking Mark on YouTube.
I'm just asking. In any world do you see MJF going to be? In any world at this actual juncture?
No, not right now. Eventually, maybe. Not right now. No.
In what capacity could you think they bring him back? Like, obviously, the first feud would be Adam Cole.
Oh, in AEW?
Yeah. That'd be the clear first one.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing? Yeah, that'd be good. There have been... When I originally heard about the storyline and, like, fantasy booking for the end of it, it was like...
What the fuck is that?
Adam Cole turns on MJF. MJF leaves for a while and comes back as a really bad villain. But at that point, like, because he got betrayed by his only friend, so that gives him no reason to not be a fucking even more of a fucking asshole.
He should not come back as a villain. That makes no sense.
Right.
He should come back and I don't fucking know. I don't care if he comes back or not. I love MJF, but like, I don't know.
He's had his time. Like, he's had his time.
Not even that. It's just like, specifically AEW. I don't care. WWE, I see him going there, just not right now.
Which would make this fucking WrestleMania even...
you know what would be a curveball, and I could actually see it happening?
What?
MJF going to New Japan.
And then he fused with fucking Jack Perry again. At least it would even up. I mean,
I want to punch you in the fucking face.
that would be sick.
Go to your Elimination Chamber card. Moving on. Go to your chamber
We
card.
have two other topics, but I got you.
It's 10 minutes in. Go to your chamber card. Good bitch.
I love pissing him off.
I'm gonna fucking punch you in the face.
I can't wait 'cause the way you say it makes it feel like they're actually going to one of these days.
I'm going to.
So, Elimination Chamber card, again, mind you, this is fantasy fucking booking.
Yeah, aka unrealistic.
Not completely, just what you want to see. And what I want to see is 3 Elimination Chambers in one night, despite the fact that would be a fucking wreck for. I mean, like, do you even?
Well, you would say that because you're the one that's saying you're gonna get up at 4 in the fucking morning to watch wrestling.
I would get up at 4 in the morning to watch wrestling, but it would more so be a wreck for actual ring crew.
If I'm on the fucking show, yeah,
It'd be a wreck for fucking ring crew.
Who the fuck in their right mind is gonna wake up at 4 in the morning to watch wrestling?
You don't know. Like, you don't know.
If you're going to a show, okay.
Yeah.
If you're on the show, definitely okay. If you're just gonna turn it on your TV, why? It's 4 in the fucking morning.
You're telling me, okay, there's been no match ever where you're like, I need to get up at this time to watch it.
No. If it's 4 in the fucking morning, no.
I miss it. I don't know, man.
Unless I'm on the show or going to a show that requires a lot of driving, I'm not fucking getting up at 4 in the morning for shit.
To be fair, if I knew for a shadow of a doubt, like if I had actual gut feeling of whether or not Roman Reigns was going to lose his title or not,
he's not going to lose his championship.
I know he's. I know in this context he's not losing his title.
He's not even going to be at the fucking Elimination Chamber.
I mean, you don't know that.
And I can't wait to tell everyone I fucking told you so. And if they for some reason go with The Rock and Roman at the Chamber and they bring Cody to WrestleMania and Cody gets booed and no one cares about him, I can't wait to say I fucking told you so. Moving on. What's your card?
My card. The first of 3 chambers. I know the ring crew's gonna fucking hate me.
Fucking Mark.
Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax versus Zoe Stark versus Raquel Rodriguez versus Ivy Nile versus Chelsea Green for a shot at the Rhea Ripley's title at Mania in an Elimination Chamber match. All these chicks are on Raw, and all these chicks deserve a good spotlight. And I feel like Chelsea Green would make a bit of a comedic act, but give her more of a fucking edge a little bit in this chamber. I mean, Becky and Nia are obviously going to probably be the final 2. And Becky is probably going to get her win back because she needs to. In order to...
No, probably. Becky's going to fucking win.
Yeah. Because there's no way they're doing Rhea versus Nia Jax at Mania.
Rhea versus anybody else. Because no one wants to see anybody else face Rhea.
Yeah.
What, do we want to see Bianca Belair? No. Jade Cargill in her debut? No. Save it.
Mm. Now the real question...
The only other person I'd want to see face her is fucking injured, which is Charlotte Flair.
Now the real question is, let's say it's Rhea and Becky at Mania.
Yeah.
Who do you think is winning that?
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Who the fuck else is going to take it from Rhea Ripley? She's had 0 fucking threats this entire title reign.
Even, what would you say about Nia Jax? Like, she never faced her.
She's not a threat. Why would WWE put the belt on Nia Jax? They can build her as a fucking star.
Yeah.
But she's not going to take the fucking belt from, especially Rhea Ripley.
Mm.
I could see them doing some stupid shit and having her beat Becky Lynch.
Yeah, bloody.
But she'd be a fucking transitional champion. You know they're not going to do a run with Nia Jax.
Mm.
I could see her doing some dumb shit at fucking SummerSlam or whatever, taking it from Becky.
Mm.
And then dropping it to, like, Bianca or some shit at the next show.
And I feel like Rhea's held it for enough time.
Mania to Mania.
Yeah, Mania to Mania. Where if
And I love Rhea Ripley, but her title reign's been fucking boring. That's because you have a lack of stars in the women's division.
yeah, I mean the only one that really got my attention was Rhea versus Zelina Vega.
Didn't even get my attention.
More so
It's
because
a good match. I'm not saying it was a bad match. But
yeah,
like, did anyone really believe that Zelina Vega was going to win? No.
no.
Does anyone really believe that anybody that's faced Rhea Ripley was going to win? No.
So yeah, no. That's why. I mean, again, a year-long reign. I think it's just a lack of them.
It's a lack of stars in the women's division.
Lack of stars and lack of them trying to actively make stars other than Nia Jax, and that's because she's twice.
Nia Jax, who nobody wants to fucking see.
Like they could have. This time they could have built up Shayna Baszler. And this time they could have built up.
Yo, Shayna, like, if she was on her NXT type shit versus Rhea Ripley for the title, would have been fucking insane. You can make Shayna a babyface. You can make people care about Shayna.
Yeah.
Push her back to her NXT shit, but like as a babyface, but still fucking brutal. People will fucking cheer Shayna Baszler.
That's what it's the black hole of the women's tag team division at this point because they don't take those titles seriously, but they throw everyone and their mother into that division. Like literally, some of those matches only get like 5 minutes max, and that's like, okay. I think really that should be saved for actual tag teams and not people you're trying to make into stars. And they're getting too.
The women's tag team title shouldn't even be a thing. You know what should be a thing? A women's singles mid-card title.
Accurate as fuck. Accurate as fuck because they need to focus on making singular stars, like having actual rivalries between the women in the undercard.
Like AEW, they didn't use it right at first, but now recently, the TBS title,
yeah,
they've been bringing that title back up to importance because Jade's reign with that was like, what are you doing?
It's like it's a worse version of Rhea's because it was
even longer, but it was the same fucking shit.
It was
Rhea's.
Yeah, it was longer and it was against no names all the time. It was against local talent, against people you knew weren't going to beat her. And when she finally got beat, it was by Chris Statlander. But literally, when she returned, not on the others. I literally like.
But WWE needs something like that. Well, women's. I wouldn't call it something like the men's titles, like the women's intercontinental. Make a different name for it.
Right.
But a women's mid-card title. And you can put that on someone like a Zoe Stark or a Chelsea Green. Elevate them to women's championship level status. Or put it on Shayna Baszler, get her back up to women's champion status. She was there. I don't think she's there anymore.
Right. Because tag team rivalries are kind of like, for WWE, it's a little bit harder for them to start it and have actual like nuance to them.
And good reason for a rivalry. Well, I'm gonna have a rivalry with you because you're a heel and you cheated to win a match. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna have a rivalry with you because I want the belts and you want the belts. So fuck you. Like, I'm like these. I don't even know if these are happening on TV, but like these are examples. It's like it's stupid shit like that.
Like no nuance. And it's
why would I want to see them wrestle over this stupid fucking reason? Or it's even though like when they did this a lot in 2023, booking random pay-per-view matches with no feud. Fucking Omos Seth Rollins at Backlash. There was no fucking feud to that. Why the fuck do I want to see Omos wrestle Seth Rollins?
I think that was one of Vince's last fucking requests before he got completely usurped.
Fucking, that was all Triple H.
That
fucking, like, and I'm blanking on some, but like it's the same shit. Why do I want to see these two wrestle? They're not feuding. There's no reason. There's no reason to be invested. I'm not a type of person that I want to watch wrestling just to watch wrestling. No, there needs to be a reason. I need to be invested in it.
Also, it's because they don't let him like talk all that much. They let him get a few words in a backstage segment, but like an actual one-on-one back and forth promo, I feel like can do a lot more for building up actual stories because that allows them to give words, allows them to get ideas across, rather than just physical movement of going
One
to the ring.
I like about AEW, they know how to fit things into their time. WWE wastes so much fucking time when you could be using that time on like building stars and other feuds and getting people TV time. But instead, you just fill it up with bullshit that doesn't matter. And they pick their commercial breaks at the wrong time too. That also like doesn't help with timing. AEW is really good with fitting a lot of things. You can see more like different things going down. Maybe not, as important, but you can see more different things going down in a 2-hour Dynamite than on a 3-hour Raw.
Yeah. Like, again, for your point, like a mid-card title for Shayna Baszler, like her going through the undercard and not even having a title, if for a singles reign, having Shayna Baszler focus on beating the shit out of literally everyone in the division, and then maybe one person gets one up on her because you don't need to have a Gunther, you don't need to have a Roman Reigns. You can have her take one loss creates fucking nuance and creates a legitimate star to be made.
That's why I want Gunther to lose the IC title, not because I don't like him. Just like, how many 2-year-long title reigns do we need? And at this point, I feel like Gunther is above the mid card.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really he's to the point where he's getting to that point where Roman was in like 2022, where like you can't really see anybody beating him for that fucking belt. Like,
yeah,
the only person I can really see is Sami Zayn,
which would make sense. Storyline wise, obviously, mine would probably be fucking Chad Gable. Like, that'd probably be mine. Just storyline wise. If they actually put a better story into making Chad Gable have to work his way back up, but it seems like they're not doing that at all at this point.
Because why do it? Like, I've talked about the Gable thing, I think, on episode 2 or something like that, so I won't get into it. All right, what's your match 2? We just spent 10 minutes talking about the match 1.
But yeah, no, obviously for the first one, Becky Lynch wins that to go on to face Rhea. Match 2, I feel like this man deserves the rub. CM Punk deserves the Jinder Mahal fucking rub.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
CM Punk doesn't deserve the Jinder Mahal rub because the Jinder Mahal rub is fucking goated. Roman Reigns deserves the Jinder Mahal rub.
Yeah, man. So it should be CM Punk versus Jinder Mahal.
And Jinder Mahal can really elevate Roman Reigns.
Yeah, dead ass. Come on. I feel like he has good nuance to him.
No,
but obviously he's going to be the second match because while Jinder Mahal does deserve a mini feud with him and does deserve a spotlight in a match against him, get CM Punk prep for Mania. CM Punk's obviously going to
I love Jinder, but like in being all seriousness, it wouldn't make sense for this to be higher on the card.
Right.
Because a lot of people won't want to see this, even though I would love to see this because I actually like Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
And it'd be a different little feud for CM Punk. I did something different with CM Punk.
Yeah.
But,
and I just feel like CM Punk and Jinder Mahal's because CM Punk's just been becoming these serious ass fucking promos with people, which I'm fine with. His promo with fucking Cody Rhodes was fucking amazing. But like with Jinder Mahal, I feel like it gives him a little bit of an ease. I feel like it gives him a bit more of like getting back to the basic fundamentals.
Jinder, not in like you believe he's going to win the match way because he kind of is a jobber, but like when I say he's a believable star, I mean it in like he's got the look. If a casual fan who doesn't know, like they watch him wrestle for the first time, they tune in and they see Jinder Mahal whooping somebody's ass, it's believable.
Like if you see, I always like to think of wrestlers as like how they look. I saw them walking down the street. Jinder Mahal walking down the street, that would be like, oh my.
Jinder Mahal is an intimidating man. He's a big guy. And if Jinder Mahal, if I was to walk down the street and see Jinder Mahal whooping somebody's ass, I'd be pretty fucking convinced.
I'd be fucking running. I would be fucking running.
Like I wouldn't want to fight Jinder Mahal.
Right.
So he's believable in that form. Obviously, if he's going into a match with someone like CM Punk, he's not going to win. That's why I didn't put him against Punk.
It's probably going to go.
I could see that like being a mini feud for Monday Night Raw.
Right. But also to get Punk on the card.
Yeah, you'll see what I did to get Punk on the card.
So obviously CM Punk's going to win that. Number 3 is the reason why there's 3 fucking Elimination Chambers on this match. Again, ring crew fucking crucify me. It's fine. But they haven't done a tag team Elimination Chamber in a minute.
Hasn't been too long.
What?
Hasn't been too long.
When was the last one they did?
3 or 4 years ago.
Too long. But I feel like this tag team division needs a fucking kick in the pants, especially because
what were the chamber matches last year?
it was
they did a U.S. title one.
It was the U.S. title one
Did
with
they do a women's one last year?
yeah.
Okay.
So
wasn't it a fucking no?
Who was it? It was definitely a U.S.
Why do I feel like they at one point? Oh, that was. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up. 2022, they did Brock killing everybody in the
tossing
chamber.
his theory off the top of the steel
And
cage.
they did. What else did they do in the chamber that year?
Rhea versus like the entire women's division and then squashing them. Wait, no, wait, no. Oh no, wait.
I'm thinking of Shayna in 2020. Rhea never squashed the chamber match.
Well, it was, I guess, not
2022 chamber match.
Who was it? It was Rhea versus Charlotte in one match, and it was at WrestleMania. It was Rhea versus Charlotte in one match.
Not that year.
No, not that year.
That year it was Ronda Charlotte.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're going back 2 fucking years, I can't remember that shit. Unless I pull it up right now, I can't remember.
I didn't watch the show, so I can't fucking tell you.
Right.
It was the one in Saudi Arabia. That's all I know.
Okay. But besides that, the actual chamber match is going to be Judgment Day, because they're facing DIY next fucking. When this comes out tonight is when they're facing DIY. Originally, Royal Rumble.
Was Bianca winning the contendership to Becky.
Okay, gotcha.
I forget who was in it, but I remember that. Okay.
Keep
going. Judgment Day.
Judgment Day versus DIY versus the Creed Brothers versus AOP versus Street Profits versus the Good Brothers. They give the Good Brothers fucking something to do. And who I have winning this is Street Profits, because the Undisputed Tag Titles have been on Raw for way too fucking long. Street Profits have been not given that much to work with for too fucking long, and they're feuding with AOP, so it makes sense that they're both in there. Originally, last time it was.
Is that the Mania match? AOP Street Profits?
That'd be fine. I feel like they have to do something, to fucking split these 2 fucking titles.
In Mania, I think it's going to be. Not for the titles, but I think it'll be Lashley and the Profits versus Cross and AOP in a 6-man.
Yeah, which they would fucking deserve that spot. But yeah, also because I like the idea of Finn versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania.
It's gonna happen,
and
probably for the briefcase.
Yeah, and this would be their implosion when they lose in the Elimination Chamber.
I just hope Priest doesn't lose the briefcase to Finn.
If he does, it's just that's
I'll be pretty pissed, because I'll be in the building and I'll be pissed.
So yeah, that's my second of 3 chambers. Next match is going to be Gunther versus Jey Uso for the Intercontinental title, and Jimmy cost him the match. More so because I wanted Jey on this fucking card, but I can't just do straight Jimmy versus Jey. That's the WrestleMania match. It would make no fucking sense to do it at Elimination Chamber. And obviously Gunther, Jey Uso's a good opponent, and I would not be upset with Jey Uso beating Gunther for the title, but in this context, setting up for Mania, Gunther's retaining to go on to face Lesnar.
Yeah.
Number 5 is for a shot at Roman Reigns' title. It's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight versus Randy Orton.
Right.
And this is just a way really to get Cody against Roman, because at this point it's half fantasy and it is half kind of predicting what's going to fucking happen. This man is vitriolically pissed off. I get the vibes because he does not want to hear this, but I will say it anyways.
No, I want to hear it because I can't wait to say I fucking told you so when you're wrong. And even if he gets this correct, I'll still say I fucking told you so when Philadelphia boos Cody Rhodes out of the fucking building.
Oh, okay. All right. But Cody Rhodes is going to win this one. And he has to go and win the match. He has to go win the match against Roman Reigns and take the title off of Roman Reigns. Again, I am in full support.
All I want is just for everybody, not even just you, like everybody, to shut the fuck up about Cody beating Roman and just let wrestling be wrestling.
Well, Yeah. I know it's upsetting to you, but it is
It's not upsetting. It's annoying. That's why when people ask why I hate Cody Rhodes, it's fucking annoying. It's like the reason I hate Bills fans. Shut up. It's annoying.
But you do understand that people have a passion to get the title off of Roman.
I don't care. Shut up. I'm tired of hearing the same Cody Rhodes finished the story. Who the fuck cares? It's wrestling. Not everyone gets to win the fucking belt. Not the good guy doesn't win all the time. It's not it's boring if it's fucking every year fucking good guys champion, fucking Super Cena, Hulk Hogan, yay, top babyface. No, who cares? This is the first time that if you look at it, like the face of the company, like for a long period of time, has been a heel. Because look at it, it was Hogan, Rock, and Austin. They were back and forth between heel and face. Rock or Austin was mainly a face.
People love them.
John Cena. Then it was babyface Roman Reigns, and now it's heel Roman Reigns. This is the first time in the history of the company that like a long-term face of the company, like obviously like there's been heels that were face of the company because they were the champion, but like long-term face of the company is a heel. First time ever. It's different. And people are just mad. I get it. You want him to defend the belt more. And I get it. He can have different finishes to matches. But like just it'd be more enjoyable if you just shut up and let them do their story. Shut up. Stop talking.
Well, I apologize, dog, but my main event is going in contradiction to that.
Say it, because when you're wrong,
you're wrong.
I'm gonna laugh at your bitch ass.
Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the undisputed title.
No, why would they put a match, possibly the biggest match in wrestling since Rock Hogan, or since Rock Cena, might even be bigger than that, possibly, depending on who you ask. Why would they put it at a B show like Elimination Chamber?
It does two things. For one, it elevates Elimination Chamber. And for two, I will say this until the day I die. I got pissed off when Ronda Rousey randomly returned and won the Royal Rumble when everyone else was working the entire year.
What does that have to do with anything?
No, because I understand he's a big star.
Bigger than every star you have in the company.
But I feel like someone that's been actually working the entire year deserves the actual main event of Mania.
Yeah, like, Seth Rollins.
Which would be fine. That'd be fine.
Getting it.
But that's my main point. Is like I would rather see someone that, like that's the entire reason why CM Punk got pissed off initially.
If you were booking this,
yeah,
would you rather just put someone in the main event who's been there all year, or put someone in the main event who's going to make you more money?
No, deadass. If I was
put someone in the main event who's making me more money.
Yeah. But when it comes to my actual feelings,
would you rather put someone in the main event that's people are gonna like more people will tune in to watch? Because non-wrestling fans will tune in to watch The Rock.
Yeah.
A non-wrestling fan isn't going to tune in to watch Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want your crowd to cheer. Like I said this multiple weeks ago. You want your crowd to cheer for Cody Rhodes? Make them fight for it more. At this point, like if he were to win it this year, I don't think he'd fucking deserve it. And that's not even because I'm tired of it.
You're talking about more so the character of Cody Rhodes rather than the actual work.
Yes, obviously Cody Rhodes the worker. He's a great fucking worker.
Yeah.
I'll never say anything bad about Cody Rhodes. I'm just tired of this shit. It's annoying.
Yeah.
I've said it many times. I'm not going to repeat
myself. But again, individuals have unique points of view. And I respect your point of view.
See, I don't.
So let's go on to his Elimination Chamber card.
Now, this is more realistic because when I fantasy book, I don't book like random shit. I book realistically because I'm one of those people. It's weird. I'm one of those people like I like to watch the like card predictions videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it fucking annoys me when something happens and like someone says something that's not fucking realistic. It just pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. That's just how I am. All right, so opening Elimination Chamber match for the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther, defense champion. I feel like the IC title has been elevated enough to get that chamber match. You did it last year with the US title, and that wasn't super elevated. The IC title has been elevated for a long period of time.
Yeah.
It deserves this spot in the chamber.
Mm.
I would even argue it doesn't matter which chamber match goes first and last in this. I just put this one first. You could put this last though. Like that's how the title has been elevated.
The IC title deserves to be in the main event.
So you got Gunther defending the Intercontinental title against Kofi Kingston because they got their feud going right now, and I just see them putting Kofi in it instead of Woods.
Yeah,
I'm cool with either. I just see Kofi. Ivar because he's been getting. Not a push, but you know what I mean by push.
As in
getting a spotlight on Raw.
They're not doing what they used to do with it. Like when one tag team partner was injured, they just take the other one off screen entirely. This one,
He's been getting a spotlight on Raw, and he's been showing that he can actually fucking go as a singles guy.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a multi-man match for a mid-card title right before WrestleMania is a good spot for someone who has been built up like this recently. So I put Ivar in there. We got The Miz because you can always rely on The Miz to be a believable guy, fill a good spot, and put on a good show. And he has the history with Gunther. Bronson Reed for the same reason as Ivar.
He's been talking a lot about getting that title. So
and he had a banger with Gunther, and it'd be fun to see them go back at it again in the chamber match. And then Sami Zayn. I think Sami Zayn returns in the Royal Rumble. I think you use this in my world. You use this chamber match to boost Sami versus Gunther 1-on-1 at Mania, where Sami takes the title from Gunther.
Yeah.
So like maybe Gunther will win here with shenanigans, like Imperium somehow would get involved. I don't want to do the same thing every year where like someone gets eliminated so the doors open and they run in and beat them up. Do something creative, but Imperium shenanigans cost Sami Zayn chamber match.
It's hard when Elimination Chamber when it comes to shenanigans because, of course, we've already done, fucking Shawn Michaels coming out from underneath the ring, people randomly running in. I wonder if they could do anything from the fucking top. Like them fucking pulling, like lowering a fucking weapon with a fucking rope or something like that.
Or like you do something with Bronson and Ivar. That's what it would be. Like you remember a couple years ago when Otis ran completely through the chamber and went out of it?
Yeah.
You do something like that with Ivar or Bronson, and then Imperium can get in that way instead of running in the door because it's open because someone's eliminated. Because you expect that. They've done it so many times.
You make the refs look stupid.
Right, and they've done that so many times. And if the refs see him running up the cage, why wouldn't they just shut it? You can have them break the fucking thing, and then Imperium gets in like that. Yeah, because you can break it and then fix it. They did it for the one chamber match, so yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so we have Gunther winning that against Sami in the finals by shenanigans. Second on the card, 6-man tag. You got Santos, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo versus Carlito, Cruz del Toro, and Joaquin Wilde. You got Los Lotharios beating the LWO. And then after the match, Rey Mysterio makes his return. Not at the Rumble. I mean, I could see it at the Rumble, but not at the Rumble. You got enough returns to the Rumble this year, actually, I see. I liked it this year for the Rumble, off topic real quick. The Rumble, instead of announcing like 28 like they have been recently, there's like only 7 or 8 names announced.
Right.
I like that.
Because it makes
for the women's, there's only 4.
Yeah, because if you already a part of the Rumble is surprises. And if
there's certain people on the roster you know are going to be in there, but that doesn't mean I want you to just announce them because then you literally like for the Rumble is the only year or not the only one. Like you know what I mean when I say speculation, like that's the one where like it's legit. Like you never know.
And you use like the 6 or 7 people. You use the 6 or 7 people that announce themselves to actually give their case.
Right. Like the people you like announce the people who you can actually see winning it. Like everyone else, you know, they're not going to really win it, but it's still fun to like. I would like say they don't announce. Like they haven't announced Grayson Waller. You know he's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah.
But they just didn't announce it. So it's more of like. It's more entertaining when Grayson Waller's music hits and he comes out.
Absolutely.
When I don't know he's coming out, rather than, oh, I knew he was in the match. Like,
I absolutely hated the AJ Styles gatekeeper gimmick, where he would gatekeep the Rumble, and he would make it so that people couldn't get in. He had a match against Ricochet at least, where he beat him. It's like, you're not in the Rumble, and that's stupid as fuck to qualify for the Rumble.
Qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying for the Rumble.
I get it. Like, it's cool if they did it with everybody, but then certain people would just say, "I'm in it."
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So when other people could say, "I'm in it," and then you have a gatekeeper being like, "No, you're not allowed," that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so that will set up Rey Mysterio Santos for WrestleMania. Third on the card, I put CM Punk here. I did CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. High profile names that will both no doubt do something big at WrestleMania. But you have Punk winning because McIntyre can take the loss. I feel like McIntyre would need to win more than Punk would.
Yeah.
But McIntyre can take the loss.
I feel like
this is someone like CM Punk, and Punk's going to WrestleMania for the world title. Punk would have been the Rumble winner. So like,
also McIntyre's contract is up right after Mania, and if he's not re-signing, why would they give him any big wins at this point? Like, either way, maybe they wouldn't have given a win just because of this path to Mania. But at the same time, might as well put other people.
And if you even want to, you could. No, that's too many tag matches in the short card.
Yeah.
Never mind. I forget what I just said. Fourth on the card, Undisputed Women's Championship. I think that's what it's called.
I believe so.
The fucking SmackDown one. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill will cost Bianca Belair, and Jade will face Bianca at Mania. And then after the match, you got Damage Control celebrating. But you do more teasing. You have Bayley, like CM Punk announces that he's going to face Rollins on Raw after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You have Bayley kind of waited out a little bit, and like you do more teasing after the match that Bayley's going to choose Io. I like that they wait a little bit. Like,
do you think, because they haven't had Jade Cargill in a single match in NXT, but that's where she debuted. Like that, like
she debuted on NXT.
She debuted as in she was just on the top of the ramp, and like she was in like she had like a huge celebration. She was there or something like that. I think it was at one of the pay-per-views. And I think the only reason they haven't had her in a match is because she's going through training. So I mean, I like the idea visually.
I think they're saving her for number 30 in the Rumble.
Yeah. Yes.
And Bianca and Jade at WrestleMania. Like I would have seen Bianca and Charlotte before because I don't believe they've ever had a singles match. They've been in matches with each other, but I don't think they've ever had a singles.
I can't remember one.
Right, and that's a big match. But now that Charlotte's injured, I can definitely see Jade Bianca at Mania. And Bianca, while like it's kind of the same thing for me with Bianca as it is for like Roman Reigns 2015, where like I'm just kind of bored of her.
Right.
Bianca's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
And she can, like, Jade isn't terrible. Jade's just not like on the level of someone like that. But Bianca Belair, at least like in ring work wise,
yeah.
But I feel like Bianca could carry Jade to a great match at WrestleMania, and they've been training Jade. I feel like Bianca and Jade at Mania.
And I feel like Bianca would get more out of a loss at Mania.
Yeah, Bianca needs to lose.
Because she's been on top, and then obviously right as she's about to win the title back, she gets fucked over by someone else, goes to Mania, and then loses to that person. I feel like there's more nuance in that story than what they've been giving her, honestly.
Yeah, it'd be better for Jade Cargill.
Because I feel like she's a good promo, but at the same time, they've given her nothing to really bite on all that fucking much.
It's not even that she's not a good promo. It's just like it's the same thing every time.
Yeah, where it's just not. It's more so because she's not giving anything. Because I've seen promos of her that are really good.
Yeah,
like on the build up to I think when she won the title at Mania, I loved her promos then.
Which time?
When she faced off against Sasha.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the feud. I remember the match being match of the weekend. That was my favorite match of that whole card. Night 1 or 2. All right, anyways. Number 5 on the card. Undisputed Tag Team titles. DIY, I think this will be coming out the morning of. So
yeah.
I'm going to find out. I predicted DIY to beat Judgment Day at the Royal Rumble. It's happening by the time you're watching this tonight on Raw. I feel DIY is going to win because Judgment Day, I don't think Judgment Day should lose them close to Mania. I think they should lose them like soon so they have more time to do the turn and have them actually feud.
Yeah.
Because like with the Judgment Day, at least, I don't want like a long break right before Mania and then you got like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to build the feud.
Right.
I want them to break now and they can like go at it and have multiple promos going into it.
I guess more so. My only thing is it's been such a long reign to end it on a Raw would be weird.
They haven't been champions for long. They've been champions for less than 3 months.
Oh, really?
By the time this comes out, probably 3 months now. They won them on a Raw in the middle of October.
Oh yeah, back from I was kind of lumping in the first reign and then the second.
And even then, their first reign lasted 27 days.
Really?
Yeah, they haven't had the championships for long at all.
Why does it feel like that though? Okay, then that makes sense. That makes sense. They would drop it on a Raw.
Yeah. It feels long because you see the Judgment Day like 3 or 4 times in one fucking episode of Raw.
Okay, yeah, probably overexposure.
And then you're seeing them twice on an episode of episodes of NXT.
Yeah.
Number 6 on the card, Bobby Lashley, Karrion Kross. This will go about 3 minutes. They start the match to start hitting each other, and then it breaks out into a brawl with the AOP and the Street Profits, and the match gets thrown out, and that's what leads to the 6-man at Mania.
Really?
But you can even make that like a 6-man street fight. Philadelphia street fight, that'd be a perfect stipulation for that. It adds something to it.
I feel like
they're gonna do a Philadelphia street fight with somebody.
Dude, when's the last time they did a street fight at Mania?
Street fight at WrestleMania?
Oh, I guess Kevin Owens and Stone Cold technically.
That was a street fight, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have a Philadelphia street fight because anytime they're in Philadelphia, they do it. Even on SmackDowns and Raws.
And they should fucking go outside.
I would do it with that match rather than something else because it just adds something to that match. Because other than that, if you put them in a regular 6-man, it won't be a bad match, I don't think. But it'd be more interesting if you make it the fucking a 3-on-3 street fight.
Gets more people on the WrestleMania card, and
it'll get more people to care about this 3-on-3 match. And it's just, I feel like they can do some creative.
Do you know what I feel like? With multi-man feuds like 3-on-3s, I don't feel like they take advantage of individual feuds within those 3. I feel like let's say what is it? Fucking Kross and Lashley, but maybe Kross and Montez have something. Kross and Angelo have fucking something. They kind of
did that when it was Roman Reigns was feuding with the Street Profits and Finn Balor at once, and then he faced Montez on SmackDown, and the story of that SmackDown was Montez and Roman.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even saying I'm not saying straight matches. I'm saying actual verbal back and forth between these individuals to make it feel bigger.
Yes and no. With this one, I wouldn't really say that, but you can do that with other ones.
I'm just saying, I guess, just for the elongated feud, because we have to go from all the way to Rumble to Elimination Chamber for this, and then all the way to Elimination Chamber to WrestleMania for this.
Well, so that's why because it's easy. You just got to put Kross in the Rumble. Yeah, you can do a spot there. They have this match here. It gets thrown out right away, and then you can keep fighting on every SmackDown, and that leads to the street fight at Mania.
Yeah.
And I feel like that'd just be a fun stipulation to throw at these guys. They can do some creative shit in that match.
Mm-hmm. Especially AOP. I feel like AOP.
The dynamic of the dominant team with AOP and Kross, and then Lashley, and then the energetic fucking Street Profits. But then and they've been taking it more serious recently.
Yeah. But also I feel like with AOP, a street fight would be good when it comes to getting the difference between them established.
Yeah. And a big 6-man too.
Yeah, exactly. Getting even throughout the actual match, maybe Razor's more dominant or more aggressive than Akon, and Akon, I think that's his name. Yeah. Akon's more strategic or something, just for example.
Yeah, and it could be because we've gotten so used to 6-man tags in WWE on Raw every fucking week.
Yeah. This
would be different because if you announce a regular 6-man tag, not everybody, but there'd be a decent amount of people that'd be like, what the fuck? Another 6, they won't really be invested because of the match type. If you make it a street fight, okay, that's different. You don't really see 6-man tag street fights, and it's a Philadelphia street fight. Philadelphia loves a good street fight.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that'd just be a good match. And people like Lashley, people like the Street Profits, people like the AOP. I like Kross. A lot of people don't. I don't understand why people don't like Kross. I don't understand the hate for him.
I think I don't get it either, really, because I do like the idea of his gimmick. And I don't think I have enough in my brain to remember a lot of the matches. I mean, I like his moveset to an extent. But I feel like because people just... The Adam Cole promo. The Adam Cole promo is what probably fucking gets people to hate on him because they just harbor back to that.
I just realized, did I even say who I had DIY facing at
Yeah, you did, and you actually said who won. I feel like you could go into a little more detail about it, though.
DIY versus Austin Theory. I didn't say who they were facing.
You didn't?
I just said DIY wins the belt on Raw, and then we moved on.
Okay.
My bad. So 5th on the card, before Lashley and Cross, DIY faces Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I did that because I was gonna go with the Creed brothers, but I can save that for Mania.
Yeah.
And I went with this because it's Grayson Waller's home in Australia.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, I just realized fucking Rhea Ripley is not on this card.
Oh.
Which you can do something
yeah,
with her after the next match, which we'll get
and
to.
then yeah.
But yeah, Grayson Waller gets him on his hometown, and it's something different. Theory and Waller versus DIY. I feel like that'd be a good fucking match. It gives me a major NXT vibes.
And I feel like they could do this one time better. This time better than the original Austin Theory versus Johnny Gargano feud they had on Raw. That was very short and not really.
Like it could have been something.
It could have been something more, and I feel like with this,
like you give this a good 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Like they'll just go out.
Especially because these guys are all.
And the crowd will be into it because of Grayson Waller being their home guy.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love DIY?
Right. And all these guys.
As much as people don't like Theory, I'm not even a huge fan of him myself. He's a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
If you put him in the right, like he doesn't match well with everybody. Like he's not your guy who can have a good match with anyone on the roster.
Mm.
But like I've seen him work with Gargano, and he can have some good matches with Gargano. And him and Grayson Waller actually have chemistry.
Him and Grayson Waller versus Saving Grace, because I feel like maybe it's just they don't let his personality shine through enough. I feel like maybe he has a better personality as a good guy, potentially, because him with the Way was a lot more comedic and a lot more funnier than him just being taken serious all the time. But him with Grayson Waller is a nice stabilizer.
Yeah. But anyways, DIY, I'd have DIY retaining in there.
Yep.
And then Grayson, in theory, you can either throw them into a big multi-man like ladder match almost at Mania, or like the Andre Battle Royal and have them get to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Just do something with them. Don't leave them off completely.
Yeah.
Or if they're in the Andre Battle Royal, don't have them be one of the first couple eliminations.
On that topic, since last week, I have actually seen what you were talking about last week with the Grayson Waller and LA Knight thing. With them being interviewed and then the guy coming up and giving fisticuffs.
Yeah.
I gotta say, if that was not planned, if they didn't actually go over that with Grayson Waller, that's pretty fucking shitty to do.
I would have punched him in the fucking face.
That's pretty fucking shitty to do, man. Especially because I heard the entire interview was them just shitting on wrestling in general.
Oh, I didn't see all that.
I heard it, but like,
okay.
But if they were like, why even bring wrestlers on if you're just gonna like make fun of them? I didn't see the entire thing, so I don't know the context. But all I know is, if you're gonna run a spot, let the fucking wrestlers know.
Right.
Because Grayson Waller genuinely seemed pissed the fuck off.
I was watching it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I mean, I just wanted to bring that up because I did see that and I felt bad for Grayson Waller.
Maybe we can try to end this within an hour. So let's get to my main event.
Fuck yeah, boy!
I like the shorter episodes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So winner faces Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania for the Women's World Title. It's pretty much similar to his. We got Becky, Chelsea Green, Raquel, and Nia Jax, but instead of Zoe Stark and
Chelsea. Oh wait, no.
Instead of Zoe Stark and fucking Ivy Nile.
Yeah.
I have Shayna Baszler and Maxine Dupree, which will go into this Rumble spot I did with Shayna Baszler and Maxine Dupree.
Yeah.
Where Maxine eliminates Shayna. You can have Maxine, like, it's a chamber match, so this wouldn't count as an elimination, but Maxine fucking, either Maxine, like, actually, no. Maxine rolls up Shayna Baszler. After Shayna maybe eliminates Chelsea or some shit.
What would you feel like? It's stupid. I doubt they're gonna like. What would Maxine and Shayna starting it, and the entirety of the first half is just the first thing is just Maxine trying to avoid or evade Shayna.
No, that would be a terrible start.
That would be I think just for the comedic value, I think that'd be funny.
You have Maxine roll up Shayna Baszler, like Shayna Baszler's beating up like Chelsea Green, and like have Chelsea and Raquel start. You know, Shayna comes in, she's beating them both up. She's got Chelsea in the Kira foot clutch. Chelsea, after doing some comedy shit, taps out. But then you have Maxine Dupree enter while she's doing that on Chelsea, and Shayna's back is turned to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Turned to Maxine. Chelsea taps, and then instantly Maxine rolls up Shayna 1, 2, 3, eliminates Shayna like she just did in the Rumble.
Yeah. Then
you just have Shayna Baszler fucking choke her the fuck out. And then Maxine's like dead for a while. Becky comes in at 5, Nia number 6. Maxine gets back up when Nia gets in the ring, and Nia just fucking kills her and eliminates her.
That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And you can even lead that to a little spot on Raw.
Mm.
And if they're doing the Women's Battle Royal anymore, I don't know if they still do.
I
You
think
can do a spot with Maxine and Shayna in that. And I'd actually put Maxine over in the Women's Battle Royal.
And you run the fucking same spot you did the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, she eliminates Shayna Baszler.
Last, which would be fucking awesome.
In the finals, yes.
Yeah. And then the next night on Raw, she just gets absolutely fucking murdered.
Or
Shayna.
she eliminates Shayna Baszler, thinks she's won, someone was under the ring like a heel. And it's like Chelsea Green, and Chelsea Green eliminates her. Either way, you have one of the comedy ones win that Battle Royal, because it'll just be fun.
Yeah, be wholesome. And I think, going over both these cards.
And Becky wins mine as well,
Yeah.
Nia in the finals.
Yeah. Going over both these cards, I gotta say, you definitely had more nuance years. You definitely had more nuance. With mine, it was more so just, I don't know, tinted glasses of thinking. I think I was focusing more on the shortness of it. The only thing I can say that
and
probably
focusing more on being a mark.
Yeah, I guess the only nuance I had in mind was the AJ, LA Knight, or Randy Orton. That's the only nuance. But like with yours, you had all these people that are actually highlighted on Raw, and you had this that's actually been a fucking feud, and you had fucking this that's actually been a feud and has. I mean, it's Bianca's run to try and get the championship back, so it does make more sense. With this, it's an actual feud, and with this, I mean, you definitely thought more into it. So good shit. I
didn't even have to really think about it. I just started typing, and it all just makes sense.
Yeah.
That's because I've also been fantasy booking for so long.
Right.
And it's just
no good
like
shit.
Today I was in school, and I could tell you it after. I'm not going to say what it was on here, but like idea for UPW shit. Just light bulb went off.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out phone, starts typing in my notes.
Right.
It just happens. Like, it's just the most random times. I don't sit down and just like, all right, I'm going to fantasy book something. No. I'm just doing something and like, idea.
Right. So
Type
I guess
it in my phone. I like that. Save it for later.
So I guess mine was more fantasy and yours is more realistic.
Yeah. Which that is my way of fantasy booking, because I like my wrestling to make sense.
Right.
What makes sense? Shit being realistic.
And mine just went more into my wants.
Yeah. I don't book wrestling like that, because if I booked my wrestling like my wants, Roman Reigns would be in the main event of every fucking show. Omos would be the World Heavyweight Champion. Baron Corbin would be the NXT champion currently, or him and Braun would be the tag champs, which I see them winning them at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
Gunther would be losing the IC title to Sami Zayn, which I could actually see that if Sami comes back.
Which I hope he does, because he deserves
Damian Priest would have been world champion a long time ago. Maybe Omos wouldn't be world champion. He'd maybe be United States champion. But still, Omos would be fucking showcased. And Cody Rhodes would be a jobber.
Wait. If you were booking...
No, he wouldn't be a jobber. That was just...
I would love the idea, just visually, of you being Booker. Cody Rhodes comes back in, and you're like, here's a Stardust shit back. Here you go.
No. Like, I probably have him get squashed in a match.
Yeah.
Like, by Omos.
That was my initial fear when he came back, was that he was going to get squashed by fucking Omos.
We're getting blurry. But I wouldn't have Cody be a jobber. No.
Yeah.
I'd probably have him, like, before he immediately comes back and talks about the fucking world title. And finishing his fucking story. I hate that fucking saying. I'd probably have him do a little run with the IC title. Like, if he would have came back and like at that Mania would have wound up beating Gunther, I wouldn't have been mad at it. If the story was there, obviously. Yeah. I wouldn't have been mad at it. Obviously that ain't gonna happen now. But if that would have happened now, I'd kind of be pissed.
But you wanna know what I feel like, just from my stance? I feel like it'd be a saving grace if he finished the story at this year's WrestleMania, because if he didn't, you'd have to hear about it for a whole other year.
But then I just have to listen to people bitch about getting tired of Cody Rhodes.
Dude,
they're wrestling fans on Twitter.
Yeah.
It's gonna fucking happen. You've been a wrestling fan for long enough. You know.
Yeah.
You're in the business. You know.
I feel like that's any time.
They complain about something for so fucking long.
Yeah.
And then they get it. And then they bitch about it. They want Roman Reigns to be the
Dude,
fucking top guy.
I
He
guarantee.
finally becomes the top guy every week. Boo!
You want to know the? I
They
guarantee.
wanted Rollins to be the world champion. Rollins is the world champion. Boo!
People would be bitch. I mean, to be fair, everyone was on the LA Knight fucking train. But if he had won the title from Roman Reigns, I feel like there'd be a lot of people fucking bitching right now.
I still don't think he should have faced Roman Reigns.
I,
The one-on-one,
yeah.
this match, yeah. The four-way coming with the Rumble, which would have already happened by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
So if anything is unrealistic based off of the Rumble, this is being filmed 3 days before the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Which
what's the card that's literally only announced now is literally the only
the Rumble match.
the
The
Rumble
Rumble match is the Roman's four-way.
and then Kevin Owens and
Kevin and
Logan
Logan Paul.
Paul. Has anything changed this last week to make you think any different of the predictions?
No, nothing at all.
But I would strongly recommend you do watch the Cody and CM Punk one because for one, does not mention the story at all. I would strongly recommend it
For the first time ever,
for the first time.
Cody Rhodes is WWE promo without mentioning his stupid fucking story.
It goes over his and CM Punk's past, which I didn't even know they fucking had.
I don't know.
And there's actually really good fucking jabs there. I'm not even gonna spoil it for you because when I literally heard
I'm probably not gonna watch it, but
when I heard some of the lines, it's one of the first promos in a while where I was like, he did not fuck. Like I was literally on my feet saying he did not just fucking say that. I was actually outstanding.
I saw one clip. It was the American Dream clip.
Where it's like, my father's, I'm more American Dream than you.
Yeah.
And then Cody Rhodes comes back and says, I'm more CM Punk than you.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
That really good.
Anyways,
So
that was a pretty good episode. We had a couple of other topics, but they're simple. They can wait till next week.
Absolutely.
This
was
the Prince and Me podcast, episode number
4.
For
life, brother. For life, brother. But it was beautiful getting to have a nice conversation with you, buddy.
I wish I could say the same.
But yeah, we will be back. By the time this comes up, Spotify should be more worked out.
I was about to promote that. The first 3 episodes are on Spotify now.
Mm-hmm.
Tune in. Link in the description below. Link to all of our socials, personal and Prince and Me socials.
We will
in the link below.
We will be trying to go to the next GCW show.
I am going.
You're
He's
going
to try.
No! If you're going, then I'm definitely going.
We are going to the next. We're not going to both nights because we have UPW the same day as night 2.
Yeah.
So we gotta rep the home promotion before being a fan. Which I love GCW, but like it's more important.
Right.
At least in our case. But we will be at night 1. The only reason I'm going is for I love GCW again. But I was gonna skip this one.
Yeah.
But I'm going for Abdullah Kobayashi. Because I've been trying to see him for years. He's one of the last.
Ryuji
Who?
Ryuji Ito.
Okay. He's one of the last 2 or 3 people on my bucket list that I haven't seen yet. So we're gonna go see Abdullah Kobayashi.
And also, we're gonna attempt to do some vlogs at the Asylum show that we're going to.
We are going to do some vlogs.
We're going to do some fucking vlogs
and
at the fucking Asylum show.
It will be out tomorrow night.
But yeah, that's that. And also, we're going to try and work on something tonight. We're going to be working on an interview.
We're not going to say with who because
No.
It's going to be announced. Let's see. This comes out Monday at 2 p.m. Correct?
Yes.
So it's going to be announced tomorrow, Tuesday. It'd be
Wednesday.
It'd be Tuesday.
No, it'd be Tuesday.
It'd be Tuesday the 30th, correct?
Believe so.
Yeah.
Tuesday the 30th at 12 p.m. It'd be noon, right?
Yeah.
12 p.m. Yeah, 12 p.m. It'll be announced.
Just gets ready
It'll be
for
coming out
some-
Wednesday.
for some meat.
Get ready for some fucking meat.
Just the meat. But
All
anyways.
meat. This was the Prince and Me episode 4. We hope you guys enjoyed. It did lighten my mood a little bit.
Wait, one more
I'm
thing.
still stressed because I got some other shit going on right now that we're
Yeah,
not
okay,
gonna talk about.
buddy. But anyways, I love you all, and I hope you have a beautiful day and beautiful night.
Do you have to be weird at the end of every podcast?
Absolutely, I appreciate the people that watch this. What else will we outro on? Let's create a new outro. What's your outro?
Thank you, bitches.
And fuck